All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and sleeping. My name is Brent, aka Guwap. I'm here with my man Rick, aka A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Speaking about sleeping, these past couple days has been super hot. And
Oh yeah,
not to, not brag.
you can brag, dude.
but
You can brag about your AC. It's okay, man.
that's what I was like. I always wake up and I'm like, God damn, it's just freezing. I have like 2 blankets on. Motherfucker. And then I'm like, oh shit, man. It must be like, I'm like in my mindset, oh, it's a cold day today. It's cold. I don't see any clouds or anything. And I look at my Alexa app and then it says, it is 92 degrees. I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude.
Damn, did you just leave that shit running or what, dude?
I do, and I'm willing to pay for it, so
Damn.
It don't matter.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's crazy. Can you guys do solar?
Yeah, we have solar. That's why
you have
we're
solar.
leaving
Okay.
it on for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I think we pay so what we do is we pay a fixed rate for the solar panels itself, and then
Sure.
at the end of the year you pay for whatever electricity you incurred throughout the year. So if you can break even and not use electricity as often, I
Yeah.
wouldn't pay the electricity.
Nice, dude. Nice. I remember a place I lived at, it had solar power too. And they told us, yeah, you don't have to pay your energy bill every month. Like, what? What do you mean we don't have to pay our energy bill every month? Like, yeah, it's solar, so we usually just round it up like throughout the year. At the end of the year we do it. But they would still send us a monthly bill, right?
Yeah.
And I think a couple times they gave us money because the solar panels generated enough energy to cover other people. We're like, what? All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm convinced. I remember I was in an Uber one time, and the Uber driver was trying to tell me about his side business, or his real business was selling solar panels. And I was like, ooh, I'm a believer, man. He's like, oh, yeah, here, give me a call sometime. And I saw it, and I tried to sell it to my mom. She's like, no, we don't need that. I was like, all right, Mom, you're missing out, dude.
Yeah.
Get this and laugh in your face.
Yeah, my parents, I think it was like 5 years ago my parents got it, and I was like, I don't know, Dad, it's still in its infant stage and things like that. And yeah, sure enough, they're only like paying like maybe $10, $20. I was like, okay, maybe I'm a believer now. But then now I'm like leaving the AC on every single day.
Yeah,
and
fuck yeah.
But it's on a schedule, so it's like it doesn't get it really activates during nighttime. But if it does get hot, I like really, I put it to low degrees, freezing degrees. That's why I don't know what the weather is outside until I step out, and I don't step outside often.
Can you make it go to just a specific room, or does it do the whole house?
It does the whole house. But like I just have it turn on between 1 to 2 p.m. At 70 degrees or 69 degrees, and then it'll shut off. Things like that.
That's crazy,
But
man.
I'm
That's
trying to. So basically, we have the wrong thermostat, and we're waiting to actually get the right one. And it's a Wi-Fi version, and basically, I'm gonna have my smart device control it. So I'm gonna be like,
damn.
It's too hot in here. Turn on thermostat. Things like that. We already control the heat, the water heater. So we're like, oh Alexa, turn on the water heater, or I'm ready for a bath, and it'll like start recirculating. So
Damn, that's crazy, dude. The future. I already do that with my Apple Watch and my smart surge protector. Whenever I'm going home, I'll just turn on the lights real quick, dude, on my watch, man. It's just one button now. Before I had to go through a couple different apps, and I was like, I spent a good hour just making shortcuts and shit. You know what I mean? So if you set that shit up right, dude, you'd be like, oh, it's getting hot. Press one button, that shit goes all the way down to 60 degrees. Oh,
yep,
that's life, dude. That's the future.
It's the future.
The fucking future, man. That is crazy. Well, yeah, no, it's been sweltering this week, man. Fucking sucks. And it makes me not want to turn on my computer because that shit just gets hot, dude.
Shit.
I think today was the first time I really heard all the fans on my computer spinning, dude.
Oh, damn.
You know it's getting bad. And then it's getting to that point where just where my in my room it's hot. I'll go out to the living room and the kitchen and it's a little bit colder. But just in my room it's hot just because of the fucking computer, dude.
Damn, yeah.
Getting bad. I need your AC, man.
Yes. Your next place, just make sure it has solar panels on top of the thing, and then you can just leave the AC on every day.
Shit. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, I need to move back in my old complex because they're the ones with the poppin' AC, man. I remember
there you go.
I left it on so long one time, or I left it on for like the whole summer, right? And then I finally turned it off during the wintertime, and all of a sudden it started leaking. Like my ceiling started leaking. I was like, "Oh shit, dude! The neighbors must have flooded their apartment." And it was still leaking all this time. And I like knocked on the neighbor's upstairs door, and I was like, "Hey, you guys have a leak or something? You guys have plumbing issues?" Like, no. Yeah, oh, okay, that's weird because there's something spilling, like going through to my apartment. Like, oh no, yeah, nothing's wrong with us. So I go back and I look up, and it's just coming from where the AC unit is, right?
Yeah.
I opened that shit up and there's fucking ice.
Damn!
It was melting, dude. It was crazy. That shit was a fucking freezer. It was wild. I had to break it all off and throw it in the sink, man.
Damn.
I need to go back. I need to go back to that AC life, dude.
Yeah.
Out here sweating. But yeah, well, I guess we're still in this like E3 kind of deal out here, man, where they're announcing a bunch of stuff in the summer. I think there was a Nintendo Direct this week that I really didn't pay attention to. Did you hear anything about that?
I did not, but I'm seeing a lot. Yeah, like you're saying, a lot of the games and stuff like that. And I'm even seeing Comic-Con exclusives.
Oh, like, yeah.
Oh, all these events that were supposed to happen are happening, online, of course. And I just saw an email saying, "Oh, thank you for attending Anime Expo online." I was like, "Oh man, why is everything just online now?" I want to see it physically, breathe it, and stuff like that. But maybe in next year or the year after.
What they should do is they should sell VR tickets where we all control a drone, and the drones drive around the convention center and look at all the different like panels and booths and exhibits and stuff, man. I think that would be sick, dude.
I think so too, and then especially if you see other drones online. Of course, there'll be like a limit of like maybe 50 people inside, but you still have that vibe of there's people in here,
and it could show like your username, or if you want to put your face, so your face displays on your drone, and then if we bump into each other, our drones, we're like, "Oh hey, dude, walk with me. Let's check out this booth," and our drones go together. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool, dude.
Damn, I think PAX West did a survey, and they're like, "What do you expect for the virtual stuff to be online? What are you expecting? Do you expecting merchandise, panels, and whatnot?" We should have brought this idea to them and say, "Hey, we need like a virtual tour of drones or something, in a room where we actually walk around in the booths. We can buy stuff, clicking each booth. That'd be pretty cool too, like have that exclusive merchandise, so that way we can get our hands on something physical, like instead of just like, oh, okay, this is a new game coming out, but actually go to that booth, and then you have options to either buy the merchandise or play whatever their the demo is right on the spot.
Get a code, to
get a code. Game. Yeah, exactly.
Because I know they do that too. One thing would be cool. I've seen these websites where you can remotely play one of those Japanese crane games on your computer.
Oh, that's cool.
And you pay, I don't know, $2 from your PayPal, and you get a turn to try and like play this crane game. So that could totally be a thing too for freebies if you wanted to. You know, maybe you have people stand in line and line up to play this crane game or spin a wheel or something to get something free. That would be really sick, man. We should make a con, like a digital
con.
That would be insane, man. But yeah, I definitely feel that too. We're getting to a point where, it seemed like we had something to look forward to with Disneyland opening in July around this time, and now it's July and they're saying, nah, the corona rates are going up, man. We can't let anybody out in these streets anymore. And we're starting to regress, like shit's starting to close back again and everything. It's getting sad, man. It's like, when will we be able to go outside in peace?
Exactly. And I was like, man, when are we gonna build that lightsaber? We're supposed to check out that new Star Wars ride, and apparently something showed up in my feed of the Millennium Falcon, and you already you rode that ride, but I don't know if you know that there is someone pointing out there's a secret. If we press certain buttons and flip certain switches, we can have Chewbacca join us.
Shut the fuck up, dude. No way.
Yeah, and they showed the video. I was like, wait a minute. So I have to do more research now to make sure, like, next time we go, we have to flip these. Because it was like, you have to hold down 2 levers, and then whoever is the gunner has to hold the white button the entire ride or something like that. And then, yeah, it just unlocked a secret. And I was like, we can't try that now because, Disneyland's closed forever. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking rough, man. But I think we have some good ideas, dude. We should just run one real quick, man. Similarly, though, Devolver Digital, they always have those weird videos that they play every E3, right? Where it seems like a regular press conference and all of a sudden the lady shoots up the crowd or her head explodes or something like that, right? And in between all this random shit happening, they show trailers for video games. This year, since there was no E3, they actually came out with a whole entire game. And in the game, you walked around a convention center and you could watch like trailers for games. It was like a first person shooter and you shot security droids or whatever, man. So I thought that was a cool idea. And something that everybody should do, dude. Just have everybody download something where you could walk around in it, like the old school. Did you ever play Namco Museum on PlayStation?
I did not.
So those were like, how to describe them?
Well, what you're describing is similar to that project, the PS3, the Home or whatever that thing was called.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Where you like everyone's in a virtual hub, and then you can go to the house, you can play games with each other, yeah, stuff like that. I think we had apartments or whatnot. But yeah, maybe something. That's what I'm thinking you're describing.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like that, except it's just a convention center. I don't think it's multiplayer. I think it's just you walking around, going to different booths and watching stuff. But yeah, Namco Museum was like, it had all the old school Namco games that used to be on arcade machines, and you could walk around this museum and play them and see art books and things like that. I think I still have one of them. I should check. It was pretty fun. You could walk around, and there were secrets like that too, where there was a sculpture of a Pac-Man or something, and if you punched it, it would move around or make some noise.
That's cool.
I think this is a super cool, innovative idea on how to get away with being remote, but still show off your products. So that's good for them. And the better part of that is nothing from Devolver. I don't even know if people are really looking for news from Devolver Digital, but they didn't have any leaks, man. Last week we talked about some leaks, and the leaks continue, dude. Like fucking Far-Fetched Sword, the leaks are coming through, dude. Earlier this week, I think Far Cry 6 leaked out. It was on the PlayStation China store. So that's how people found out what that game was looking like. I don't think that one was too bad because they ended up announcing it at the Ubisoft Direct over the weekend anyways. So shout outs to that. It's got the guy from Breaking Bad the chicken guy. I know he's more from other movies, but that's the main one I know him from. That's good.
The main bad guy.
Yeah, the old man.
Oh yeah,
not Walter White. Not Walter White. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. They got a pretty big noticeable name in there. And then I guess the Nintendo Direct didn't happen. It just leaked what was going to be revealed at it and when it's coming out. It looks like next week is when it's going to happen, and it's just going to show. Wait, let me see. Let me read this real quick. Oh no, never mind. It's just saying what people expect it to have, not what's really going to be there. So we won't know. Speaking of, dude, Catherine just came out for the Switch, right?
Dude,
what? Did you buy it?
No, not yet. But I do have enough money, and I was thinking about like picking it up yesterday. There's a gift that appeared in my feed, and it is pretty edgy.
Wait, is it new? A new one? One that's not in the regular?
Yeah, game? There's a scene I don't know.
Send it. Full send, dude. Let me see.
I didn't save it. And I want to describe it, but I don't know how far I should go. But basically, it's the main character in the girl's arms, and the guy's like, "I want some milk."
What? Which one? The main character
for the
says
blonde
that?
girl. No. The
one of his
the
friends?
main character says that. Okay. The guy with the curly hair? Yeah, he's in the blonde girl's arms.
What the
fuck? I was like, I don't remember that scene at all.
That's funny. The reason I bring that up, what game would you like to see on the Switch from either PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3, or Xbox? I feel like they've had some crazy ones that you wouldn't expect, like Skyrim, Witcher 3, and Catherine.
Are we talking about like intense games?
Anything.
Well, I really did want Catherine on it, and then they brought Catherine over. I want to see. I know this is different, but I would like to see Gravity Rush.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of games that are kind of like platformers or simple games that we can easily get in and out of. I like those kind of games, and I think that's what Switch excels at.
Remind me, in Gravity Rush, do you have to tilt the
Yes.
Vita? Oh, you do. Okay.
So
that would be sick then.
I think the Switch has the motion controls, so
exactly.
All you have to do is just like point it upwards or something, or flip it around.
Yeah.
It's like I need to feel that motion, because right now I have it on the PS4, but I don't think you have that motion. You have to use the controls, the joysticks to really play with that.
That might be the reason I stopped playing that game, because it was cool at first doing it, and then they gave you had to fight enemies and collect rings all at the same time. I was like, all right, dude, I'm not that limber on this control movement shit, dude. I can't finish this level. That's like what made me stop, dude.
Yeah, they brought out all the Disgaea games on it, which I think is really good for the Switch. But intense games like Neo or something, I think needs to stay on.
Well, you know what? Dark Souls is on Switch.
I haven't tested that yet. I haven't bought it, but I'm too afraid, because I need the Joy-Con or something, or not the Joy-Con, the Pro controller for that.
I need to see I need to see some gameplay and see how it runs on the Switch. Dark Souls, and be willing to play other things. Because ultimately, what I'm getting at here is, I want to move to one console, man. I'm kind of sick and tired of having to move around different consoles. I mean, playing with other people, playing games with other people, like, since we're all mainly home, it's been fun jumping onto Steam and playing Human Fall Flat with everybody, or jumping onto Epic Games and playing World War Z, or trying to play Killing Floor if it doesn't crash every 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like,
I think
that's fine. I don't mind that. But as far as my single player games, I want it all to be on one thing, man. I don't want to switch around for my single player games, dude.
I think maybe PC is your best bet.
You think so, man?
Because if all of our friends are all upgrading their PCs,
that's very true.
You know, and then Steam keeps having these unlimited sales, and Epic's giving out free games, and Ubisoft too. You know, I think PC might be the way to go.
That's true. The only thing is the PlayStation exclusives are so good, man.
Oh yeah, that's why I'm sticking with PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. I'm like, Godspeed to you, but I need my next Final Fantasy.
I mean, I know, what is it? Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn are confirmed to be coming over to PC. But for Last of Us, let's say Last of Us 3 comes out, right? And I'm like, oh no, I'm just gonna be a PC player from now on. Just don't buy a PS5 at all. I'm gonna be upset that I have to wait a year before Last of Us comes to fucking PC, man. You know?
Yeah.
So I think, I think if they keep staying strong with the exclusives, I might stick to PS4, man.
Or PS5.
Just if we are gonna play a multiplayer game from this day on forward, I'll just get it on PC. You know?
Yeah. I think that's what we've been doing, and that's good. You know, like if we all can see it on the computer, we always get the computer first.
Yeah.
Versus console. You know, like so that way we can play it in really great graphics.
Yeah.
But if it's exclusive, then of course we're gonna go down to PS4 or Pokemon or Nintendo. You know.
My only thing is there's got to be a really, really good controller support, man. For PC games, because I mainly play on controller. You know, as much as I talk shit to people that use controller on PC, some games I feel more comfortable with the controller. You know, if it's not a shooter or something like that, I'm gonna need. If it's a platformer, I definitely need a controller. If I'm playing Dark Souls or something, I definitely need a controller.
Yeah.
And I think you were watching me play Mortal Shell the other day. My shit kept disconnecting so bad.
Yeah.
At the most inopportune moments, man. I'd be over there almost getting ready to kill something.
You were in the boss fight.
Yeah, man. My controller was disconnecting all the way through, dude. So, just, I don't know. Gotta figure out a good controller scheme for it.
My cousin John Race, what he does, he plays with a PS4 controller, but he had to install a Bluetooth card in the PC, and he says it works just as good as the PS4.
Remind you, Bluetooth ports can only handle one thing at a time, right? Like I can't put a speaker and a mouse on the same Bluetooth, or I can.
I think you can. I don't know. I'm starting to lose my IT knowledge right now.
Okay, because right now I have a speaker connected to my computer with the Bluetooth. If I can do it, well, what software does it use? Is there a
the DS4 Shock or
okay.
Forgot what that thing is called now.
Might have to pick his brain.
Going shot. Yeah. Just messaged him, and yeah, that's what he does. He plays games with a controller like that. I did buy a Bluetooth, but then when I installed it, it didn't connect properly, and I think it was because I bought like a cheap NIC card or something like that, and I just returned the NIC card, and I was like, you know what, I don't care. And then I went back to PS4, but yeah, like he says it works great. So
okay, because I do have an extra. I do have an extra PlayStation 4 controller. I could just dedicate that to being on the PC. Because I was talking to Anthony too, and he uses a PS4 controller, but his shit is wired, and that is against my belief system, dude.
Oh yeah, that's what I used. I played Witcher with. Like, even though it was wired to my PS4 controller, I was like, I don't know. It still feels a little jank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. I think it's because there's a wire attached. But if you relieved yourself from that wire, I think you're gonna be like, okay, I'm full heartedly onto the PC. You know? So I don't know. You can definitely ask him.
I can feel like Ultron, dude. Got no strings on me, man.
Exactly.
Free.
Dude, exactly. You already got me looking at wireless. Like for me, I'm always a believer of wired. Mm-hmm. But then when I set up my computer here, I'm like, dude, there's too many fucking wires everywhere, you know? And then I got my gaming mouse. I'm like, oh my God, why haven't I been using this, ever since? And now I'm looking at wireless keyboards. Mm-hmm. That shit's expensive, but I think I might actually drop some money down for that too, coming next.
I forgot what I asked you. Oh, I asked you about if you got a foot hammock for underneath your desk at home or something. And you sent me a picture of your solution, just like a footrest.
Ottoman, yep.
Yep. But I couldn't even concentrate on that. All I concentrated on was
my wires
that was just hanging in the background, not even on the floor or attached to the wall. It was just hanging there. That almost gave me a heart attack, dude.
In my defense, it was actually my surge protector was underneath the underneath my desk, which was connected with stickies or something like that.
Adhesive, yeah,
adhesives. And then for some reason today, when I showed you the foot thing, it fell earlier that morning, and then I was lazy to pick it back up, and then that's why I was like, ignore that, because I didn't see it until after I sent the photo. I was like, oh fuck, you see my wires?
I mean, the wires. I understand. The wires under my desk look like that too. It's just the hanging surge protector was crazy to me, dude.
Yep. I literally went on the eBay to look up cable management things. I'm like, fuck, man, I'm gonna have to start investing, because all those setups you see on Setup Wars, mm-hmm. I actually saw a lot of TikTok videos of how they're doing their cable management. They actually have everything bolted under the desk, running along the whole desk under mm-hmm. below. Mm-hmm. And they have like these covers, or they have hooks that are bought from IKEA and stuff like that. Some have it like, inside the wall, coming back outside for their monitors. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, dude, I really have to get up on that. And that's why I'm trying to go on the wireless version of everything. I'm trying to get rid of my speaker. I'm trying to, mm-hmm. Get everything all wireless, because I am tired of seeing all my wires, especially with my white desk.
Oh, yeah, dude. I bet, man. And then all the wires are black. That shit just stands out on there, man.
Yep. Exactly.
That's why my next thing, dude, is wireless monitors, man. If I could figure that one out, then I'll be out here, man.
Dude, you're gonna have to invest in that 4-monitor, 1-monitor thing.
Yeah,
where it has 4 screens and 1 monitor.
That's what I was about to say. Or I could just get 1 extra long monitor. Those though, I was starting to look, right, because I saw one that I really, really liked. $1,200, man.
Yep, that's about right.
All right, monitor, dude. What?
But it will eliminate all of your wires completely.
That's too much for 1 monitor. Well, that's true. Technically, it could be 3 or 4, but that is a lot of money, man.
Yep. Yeah. That's why I have 3, and they're all not aligned.
Are they all different too? Like different brands?
2
or
are
different
the
models?
same,
okay.
But I couldn't turn one of my monitors. For some reason, my monitors, I can't remove the stand. So it always has to stay at that certain height. And then that means the third monitor, I can't have it horizontal because I want one monitor vertical. So that's why everything is all uneven.
Oh, okay. Well, it works. So sometimes that's what matters more.
Yep. It works all right.
He's all crying. Well, yeah, dude. That's just our never-ending quest, is to just make everything as clean and as neat and as clutter-free as possible, man. Eliminate the amount of video game consoles we have. Eliminate the amount of wires we have. Just get rid of a bunch of shit, dude. Live a clean Marie Kondo kind of life, man.
Yep.
But yeah, what else is going on? Nintendo. Ubisoft had their thing on Sunday, today, or yesterday, depending on when you're listening to this. What's really cool from there, man?
Nothing.
Oh, that's what we were talking about earlier, dude. How, to me, Ubisoft is starting to turn into EA, where I played a lot of EA games coming up. They had snowboarding, skateboarding. I played the boxing games. I played NBA Live coming up, But now it's just the same thing over and over. And I played Mass Effect and all that. And it's just, I don't know. It's just not as good. I feel like they're making games to fill out check boxes. And they're not making games to be creative, or it's their passion to make them. They're like kind of going through the motions to make games.
Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed.
That's definitely how I feel what Ubisoft is doing now. All their games are more or less the same now. They announced a new Far Cry, which got leaked earlier in the week. They got the new Assassin's Creed. To me, Watch Dogs is starting to look like Assassin's Creed, but in the future. It's all over the place, man.
And they're gonna blend it in, and then you're an assassin in Watch Dogs, and and then you're gonna be in Far Cry in the jungle as an assassin. It's great.
Then you're gonna
be Rainbow Siege assassin.
You're gonna be a SWAT team unit going in to assassinate someone. Yeah, man. Wasn't there already a crossover? Like, wasn't there an Abstergo agent in the first Watch Dogs? That was where they kept
maybe I don't.
Desmond
I don't think
like
I really paid attention to the Easter eggs. I just was like, I just need to complete this game. I mean, I'm done.
Yeah. So they announced the latest and greatest of all their titles. I mean, I guess that's why it's comparable to EA, because EA has the same 4 or 5 games that come out every year. The only difference is, it's NBA Live 2005. It's just the year that it comes out is the difference. And maybe there's some newer features. The graphics are cleaned up a little bit every year. So nobody was really watching it for that, we'll be honest. They had a lot of people watching, but I don't think they were watching to see any of the new shit that was coming out. The main reason I was watching was because they said if you watch 1 minute of the press conference, you get Watch Dogs 2 for free, dude.
Oh, is that what I have to do? Because I just press register.
So here's the thing, right? Something popped up. I had to end up going out during the start of this thing. And I was like, oh, okay, let me just sign in and open up the page where the thing's going to play. So at least I'll be here when it starts and I can cash in on this free Watch Dogs 2,
Mm-hmm.
And when I got back, I was logged in. I was like, cool. I clicked the page, and then it ended up saying log in. I was like, oh, wait. I thought it counted. Let me just make sure that it counted and this Watch Dogs 2 is in my account. I went in, logged in, and it just kept spinning. It wasn't logging in. And I guess what happened is there was a lot of bots and fake accounts trying to redeem this Watch Dogs 2 code as well. So their servers were overloaded with people trying to sign into their accounts on a website.
Shit.
They got DDoSed. This is something that usually happens when World of Warcraft has a new expansion, when Destiny first comes out. That's when this kind of stuff happens. But no, this time it happened because people were trying to get a free game. How crazy.
Damn.
So,
well, it was a good game that it got good reviews and everything.
I know.
So.
And that's what I've heard as well, which is, if I can play for free, why not, Who would have thought it would have been so hard to just log into a website? And I'm really starting to believe that's the real reason why this was so popular, was because everyone was trying to log in the entire 45 minutes, however long the little Ubisoft Live thing was.
Yep, exactly.
So,
do I have to watch a minute now?
No, I don't think so. I think it's because that everybody, like, their sign-in portals were so overloaded that no one was able to sign in. They just ended up giving it to everybody for free. You just had to click that redeem button I sent you.
Cool. I don't see it in my library, but
same. Awesome. I don't even know how to look for it at this point, man. And I do not want to download the Uplay Store. Did I tell you the first time I played Watch Dogs on... So Epic Game Store gave away Watch Dogs, the first one, for free. The first time I tried to launch it, it said I had to download the Uplay launcher. I was like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Uninstalled that shit.
Yep, that's what I'll say. We're gonna have like 5 launchers by the end of the year or something.
Man, that's so broken, dude. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't even know what the last time I played a Ubisoft game was. Maybe it was Division, the first one.
Yeah, or did you? I thought you played the second. No,
No, I didn't play the second one at all. I don't think I got past the second expansion in
number
Division.
1.
Yeah. Did you ever play the raid in that game?
Yeah, we played like this very difficult raid, and we're overwhelmed. But we still beat it, and then that was the last thing. I stopped after that. I was like, this is crazy.
Did you get to the point with us when we started cheesing it?
Yeah, you guys were cheesing something. You're like going through walls or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. That is. Man, the Division 1 was fucking horrible, man.
And yeah, stopped after that.
All I remember about Division is just having a good time with friends playing that game, man. Going into the dark zone with like 10 people, you know what I mean?
And yeah, that part was fun. And they were fucking up everybody who were not on our squad.
And we all wore purple just so we could distinguish who was out there, man.
Yep.
And same thing with Destiny. I look back at those times when we were all playing together. I was like, oh man, that was such a good time just playing with everybody, you know? In kind of a similar mindset, dude. I just finished Final Fantasy 15 not even an hour ago. And all I can say about that game is
you love it.
I had good memories with all my friends while playing that game. I see why it gets such a bad rap now, though.
Yeah.
I can see why people don't like it so much, because it's really... I haven't played 12 or 13 or 11, but it's really... It feels like a step back from what made Final Fantasy so great, you know?
Oh, yeah. They're ambitious.
Yeah, and I think they were a little bit too ambitious. You were telling me that they were rushing the game. I feel like they cut way too many outside of it. And when they got the finished product with all the parts cut out of it, it was kind of like a shell of what it really could have been.
Yep, what they promised and what they showed in the trailers. That's why when you were watching the trailers, there was a lot of scenes that were not in the game. Remember that one scene where you're running through the hallway and you're fighting all those guys? And you're supposed to be fighting that while like it goes slanted and starts moving, but they said, you know what, just run through the hallway and then
don't fight anybody.
Yeah, and then you're just supposed to like jump out. Teleport onto a ship and fight those guys, but yeah, they cut out everything.
Yeah, I started the game not liking it because of all the stuff they skipped in the narrative that was in the movie. You know, it's you start the game, you travel around a bit, you go to sleep, you wake up, and your entire kingdom is taken over. You know what I mean? I was kind of pissed at that. I was like, really? That's all just gonna happen in the background, you know? And then I started to love the game because you were just going on all these mini adventures with your friends. It felt like story-wise you had to be somewhere, but actually playing the game-wise, I camped out in every single camping spot for like a month, dude. and really picked up every item and every food ingredient I could.
That is exactly what the game is supposed to be.
and I had a good time doing that, you know? I don't think... Well, they did. Some of the side missions related to the story where you were picking up all these royal weapons for your ring and things like that. But yeah, it was just you hanging out. It's very much the same feeling I got from playing Witcher 3, where I was just going around and helping people with all their problems, right? Except the thing about Final Fantasy 15 is you're not a fucking Witcher. You're just some random rich dude driving around in a nice car, you know, right? So yeah, the connection wasn't the same as there. So I started to have fun with that, you know? And then I think I went through as much as I could by doing side quests, some of the side quests I was getting, their locations on where to do them weren't on my map anymore. So I figured, oh, okay, there's gonna be another map where I go and I'm able to complete these side missions.
Mhm.
So I'm ready. Minor gripe about this game: every time you do something related to the story, a pop-up comes up that says, "Are you sure you want to continue? If you continue, there's no way you'll be able to come back." And I'm always questioning myself, like, "Oh, dude, should I go forward? Stuff's gonna change if I go forward."
Yep.
And I'll fight with myself, sleep on it, wake up, look at that message again, go back to sleep, wake up again, and I'll finally go forward and through with it. And when I do, nothing's changed. I could still do everything I could do before I talk to this person that advances the story. So I'd always be pissed and not pay attention to that, right? Or after a while, I stopped paying attention to it. Then it finally mattered. I think when I jumped on the boat to go and meet, the whole point of the game when you start out is you need to go to this city so you can meet your fiance and get married, right?
Yep.
So I think when I finally went there, and I was gonna go there, and I read that message that said, "Are you sure you want to go? You want to be able to come back?" I'm like, "You've tricked me once before, dude. I'm sure I can come back." And I just went, and I really couldn't come back. I was upset, dude. I felt so betrayed. It was fucking horrible, man. And from then on, it was just a roller coaster ride of just a story.
A linear roller coaster ride.
There was nothing I can do that was what this game represented to me my first 60 hours of playing it, right? I spent 80 hours on this game, by the way. Like, I think that's what the final time count was at when I finished it.
That's about right.
So for the first 60 hours or so, I was just running around in the world. The last 20 was me finishing the game, dude. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Instead of gradually going through the game, you are they just force you to go on this one train. You can't get off the train, and it just keeps on going.
And that's what I think is where it fails. Is it's kind of a reverse Final Fantasy, where in Final Fantasies before, you go through the linear story first. That takes you and sets up different characters, that sets up conflicts, that presents the plot to you in this really small scale place where they hold your hand through everything. So you have to experience all these story beats, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they take you out into the world, and then there's these small different things throughout the world that connect to the main story or to the main plot or the main conflict. You're just seeing how these small little things all around the world that you take in seemingly on your own time has an effect on that, or why this conflict is so bad that you need to fix it. It's not just taking place in your own beginning part that was very linear. It's taking place throughout the entire world. In this one, you go through the entire world, don't really know what you're doing. You're just driving around camping, hanging out with your bros the whole time. Then all of a sudden it gets super serious. Like, oh my God, the world's turned around. Your wife has died. You gotta do all this and give up your life so that the world can be at peace again. And it's like, what? When did this happen?
Why?
I know, why? Why me, dude? When did this happen? And that's the part that makes it even worse. Is sure, they sprinkle this in different little places throughout the big map, right? There's like these little tarot card magazines here and there that tell you about this conflict that the gods are having, and just someone betrayed them, all this stuff, right? So you can get bits and pieces of story from that. And when you find out that Noctis has to play a part in it, you're like, wait, why? This doesn't make sense. Why do I have to get involved? Shiva just tells you in like 2 flashbacks what happens, and then it's like, oh, okay, I got to do this now.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what? And then it gets more confusing because Arden gets way more involved, and then Bahamut explains it to you, and that's it. You're like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense, guys. Let's go kill him. So it was just put together so unusually and so unlike any other Final Fantasy that that I've played, man.
Yeah, I saw the one of the, not director, but one of the people who worked on it said that they were trying to tie in all the stories that happened outside of the game. So that's why like there's like missing plot holes, there's like missing things, and like your goal is to save the world, but then you're out on this adventure, like in the movie you see the city gets taken over, gets destroyed, and that was supposed to be giving your cause to go back and get revenge and whatnot, reclaim it. But they just chopped up everything, so they chopped it up, try to tie it back together. They chopped it up, tie it back, and then it just, what, let's just explain it by these deities, these gods, and hopefully they all understand, and they put a big band-aid over it, stuff like that. But I see where that's how a game's supposed to be, or at least that's the template. Like they're supposed to have, in Xenogears, you have a linear path, and then something happens. You're not able to explore the world yet, but still, you're going along this ride of like, what's going on? Why is this happening? And then you start having a real reasons, like you're discovering the reason why you must save the world, kind of thing. But and then you go on to the open world later. But Final Fantasy 15 is just like, here's the open world, do whatever the fuck you want, and then let's just make up a reason why you gotta save the world all of a sudden because your fiance died.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? Just that's what a lot of people are like upset.
Yeah.
The old story of 13 versus 2, they had a good, compelling reason why, they were supposed to be fighting. It was a different story. It gave you a reason, your purpose of, we're getting attacked. I gotta reclaim the throne, and who, you're fighting a love interest. That was a good story. But this one was just like, let's go on a bro trip. Oh boy, what? We gotta save the world, and now we're fighting each other. Oh, what is 10 years happens?
Oh,
what's going on?
Yeah.
It's like, what the? Everything just fast forward.
Yeah, and so it was to Noctis. It wasn't 10 years, right? Because he just is kind of in that realm, closes his eyes, wakes up, leaves this stone prison, and it's 10 years later, right? But to everyone else, it was really 10 years.
Yeah, so he didn't experience the dark tragedy as everyone else did, but then it made it seem like his character knew, the longevity, the importance of it. And I'm like, you were asleep. I would be confused as shit when I wake up, what's going on? Like, this happened? Oh, damn, sorry guys. But no, like, I don't know. It was so weird. But the bro trip was what made me give a decent rating.
Yeah. That's exactly it. And that's what they pull on at the end of the game. Is
the pictures
at the end of the game, they really make you feel when you're about to get into this final fight with Arden. It's not that it's emotional because your wife or your fiance died, right? It's emotional because you had all these great times with your friends during your adventure. They've become your family, your brothers, and you're realizing now that it's never going to be the same. It's not going to be like that anymore because Noctis has to die. He has to give his life in order to kill Arden, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. The fact that they were able to make me feel that at the end of this was really, really good, I think. Because that was my favorite part, and it's kind of like what they say in The Office, you don't know the good times when you're in them, you know what I mean? So when I used to complain, I'm like, man, I gotta drive here and do this now I gotta drive over here and do this. But no, that was like really the best part of Final Fantasy 15 for me, and they just everything else that we did was horrible. It also story wise, something happened. Well, you don't have to say spoilers, dude. This thing's been out for like 3 years, 4 years. During that whole, the game just changes after you fight Leviathan, man. Just the whole mood just changes.
It becomes super dark.
Yeah, when you gotta inherit Leviathan's power, that's when Lunafreya dies, and then during that fight, Noctis is fighting Leviathan, and then Ignis, Gladio, and Prompto are keeping the Empire troops who are trying to kill Leviathan at bay, right? So everybody's kind of doing their own thing. When it's all said and done, Lunafreya is dead, Noctis is unconscious, and Ignis is blind now. It's like, wait, what? How? It just happens? It just happens like that? That one frustrated me a lot, though, was Ignis becoming blind, man.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I think I blocked it out of my mind. like after that, I was like, fuck, see, this is what they do. They want to, like, punch you in the gut, It's like, but, yeah, that last part was pretty cool. I think, if I remember right, that was the part where your bros get together at the very end, and then your 3 bros, like, hold off all the demons while you go up into the tower to face Arden. I really like that part too.
Yeah. They did that twice too. They did that in the Empire capital, where Arden separates you on purpose from all of them after you find Prompto. And then it happens. Yeah, and then it happens again in the in what's that place called? We just said that Insomnia. Where you go up to the throne room and they just stay on the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I heard the novel or light novel is supposed to change the ending of all that. So,
and that's the sickest part to me is there's so much DLC for this game, right? There's an episode for each one of your allies. There's an episode for the hell's his name? Arden as well. That probably flesh out the story. That kind of makes me sick because I feel like it should have been in the regular story. Or in the regular game. Because now that I think about it, there's a time skip in this game, right? That 10 years where Noctis is whatever he's doing in that stone prison and everyone else kind of goes on with their lives, right? And they all grow fancy beards. But that's not the first time that this has happened in a Final Fantasy. Remember Cloud goes all crazy and him and Tifa stay behind in that one town? While you got to get all the giant materials. So for a while, Sid takes charge of the group. They totally could have done that here. They could have kept all those episodes, Ignis, Gladio, and Prompto hunting on their own, and what life was like in the eternal darkness. They could have touched on that. I wouldn't have been mad not playing as Noctis for a little bit. It's not an unheard of thing in a Final Fantasy, but instead, how do we find out about the 10 years? Is that little kid that's grown up that's driving you, that's driving you to the gas station, is letting you know what it's been like for the past 10 years after you wake up. It's so crazy.
The world is destroyed. Monsters overwhelmed. Yeah. Everyone has died. There's a gas station.
There's just one town with power, so everybody just lives there basically. That shit. Oh man, there's so much wrong with this game, yet I feel like they redeemed themselves by making me feel for the bros that I traveled with and enjoying the experiences I had with them. One other thing I really enjoyed about the game is narrative story wise is, at least the way I feel, Noctis is not the main character of this story. I very much feel that Arden is the main character of this story, and Noctis is just a tool for the gods to bring balance back to Earth and kill Arden, because I don't know why, I don't really remember why, but for some reason Arden wants to kill the power that the gods have. Is that what's going on?
He was a good guy actually, like a healer or something, and then to save his timeline, he absorbed all of the evil. and sealed it away. But then the more he kept absorbing it, he got not lost, but he gave in, he got corrupted, and then so they couldn't dispel it. So he needs somebody else to dispel it, but then it was too late. So then that's where you come in, and then that's where you have to use the power of like the 13 swords or whatever, and the gods and everything to sacrifice your own life to release all that darkness, because he was like immortal, so you can kill him, he would come back.
But,
he was losing his sanity, and he lost it, and then that's where you kill him, and then physically, and then you have to go in that spirit world
and kill him again with all
to
the
kill
gods.
him completely, and that's how you get rid of that darkness that he absorbed.
See, he's the main character, dude. He is really the one that held the burden for the world and held back all the darkness and got tired of it and let it go. And
and that's what happened.
When you start to think about it, he's really the one that's pushing Noctis in the direction to grow stronger in order to kill him, right? He's the one that tells the Emperor, oh, hey, when we have this meeting with Noctis's dad, let's just take it over, He's the one that takes Noctis to Titan for the first time. He's the one that unlocks all these doors for him and leads him through in that final part, which I hate, by the way, when you're climbing the tower. That part was the worst. He's leading you along and helping you get weapons and stuff. So, yeah, it's really Arden's game, dude. And you really felt that they were trying to just redo or make this like the new Final Fantasy VII for a new generation, right? They wanted Final Fantasy 15 to be this generation's version of Final Fantasy VII, right? Because a lot of the story beats are the same. No, it's not pulled off as well as Final Fantasy VII, but with Arden, he's like definitely Sephiroth, right? Where he kills Lunafreya. There's a bunch of water everywhere too in that place, and Lunafreya's Aerith, and you're like, oh, okay, I see what you guys are doing here. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of beats that are similar between the two, and you saw that they tried, but yeah, it wasn't pulled off that well. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, for what it's worth, I'm confident in giving this game a 7.5, dude. Definitely doesn't deserve an 8, but it's good enough for what it is, I think. Playing it after Final Fantasy VII Remake was all right. It kind of scratched the itch a little bit, although compared to Final Fantasy VII Remake, I could be sleeping the entire time I play this game. I just need to tape my finger down to the circle button, The funniest part, right, is I think so I was playing this game and I got to the part where Noctis had to go back into the throne room, and I was like, all right, dude, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not going to finish this now. I'll finish it tomorrow. So I woke up the next day, started playing the game again. And before I turned the game off, after I saved, it was me, Gladio, Prompto, and Ignis. And we were all just on the stairs and we're all wearing our uniforms. So I took a screenshot of that, right? But of course,
I did that too.
I want to keep it clean. So I took off the HUD. So there was no menus or buttons showing, so it was just a clean picture. And so wake up the next morning or wake up today, start playing the game, and I'm fighting Arden, right? It's that one-on-one fight between Noctis and Arden. And I was like, oh shit, dude, this is super cinematic. Like, they don't want to show me how much health I have. I guess I can't fail this fight. They don't want to show me how much health Arden has. They don't want to show me what buttons or weapons I'm using right now. This is fucking tight, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm fighting him, and I get to this point where I think I run out of MP, so I can't phase attack him anymore, I'm like, oh shit, that's weird. They're not showing me my MP, so why can't I do this? And I realized, oh shit, I turned off the HUD. I can't see anything. So I turned it back on. It's like, oh shit, I can't lose this fight. Even though when I turned on the HUD, I still had like full health, dude. Because if you're getting
because you're like 85 or something.
And if you're getting attacked, you could just hold square. You know what I mean? And Noctis just dodges everything.
Everything.
Yeah. So you really don't have to play the game. You could just watch this game for what it's worth, man.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. But yeah, like I said, it was a good void. It filled a good void that Final Fantasy VII Remake Left Behind to give me a good idea of what they might do with Part 2, with what they did with the open world in this game. So it just makes me more excited, man. But what gets me more excited is that you're actually playing Final Fantasy VII Remake now, dude.
Yeah.
The bug bit you, dude.
That's why I'm scared, because I was like, you know what, Rick, let me just play just a little bit. And that's where I started off. I was in the slums. Still am. I don't know. But yeah, I was just exploring and just admiring every single little detail around. And then you have Tifa showing you around. And I was like, damn, dude. I was like falling in love. I was like, this is what the imagination was back then, and when we were kids, like now you just add on this whole persona that I had to imagine, like it wasn't there, and then now it's just like drawn out, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't want to leave the slums area, I just want to keep playing. I just want to live here. I just don't want to advance. So I ended up I saw like one of the quests was like, oh, Tifo was like, oh yeah, we should check this out, like what's going on over there. I was like, fuck no, we're gonna do every single side mission that we can possibly do. And then I think halfway of one of them, she was like, oh, I think we should take a break or something. And I was like, no, we're not taking a break of nothing. Like we're doing all of them. So we ended up doing all of the little mini side quests. And I was exploring everything, going through the motions. They just kicked me out of Avalanche saying, oh, I'm not going to be doing the job. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play darts. So I beat whoever was first place on the dart board. And I was like, fine. But still, this game is so amazing. Like, you can tell they took everything from all the past games and then took the system from 15 and they said, you know what, let's polish it to where it's beyond like as simple as holding circle to dodge kind of thing. And it's cool because they changed that part, and the system, the battle is so fluid, with the sparks and the animations and whatnot. I literally came close to dying so many times thinking I was overpowered, and I'm glad that I'm not overpowered. And it's like, I really got to think about how I attack, how I dodge, how I roll, how do I, it really puts my mind to say, oh, okay, I got to think about staggering them. So they took the stagger system from what, 13? And you really like focus on that enemy. You have to focus on so many things, like their weaknesses and whatnot, to stagger them, the pressure. It makes you think a lot because like for 15, where you just hold the attack button and that's all you need to do. You already have your buddies hitting everything kind of thing. But there's so many times when I was like in battles where like Tifa was almost dying, or I was almost dying, and I had to like really concentrate on healing, getting them to hit the weakness and to stagger them. And it was just, I enjoy that, like and then especially I enjoyed that scene with when you're riding your motorcycle with Jessie.
Oh, Jessie, yeah.
So apparently,
is your heart susceptible to her, dude?
It was.
Oh no.
It was like first I was like, no man, Tifa locked it in, like kind of thing. But the way, and Tifa still has it, it's still locked in with her, but still okay. I'm just saying, like it was open, like to Jessie, because when you're riding the motorcycle, you go through the whole motions of her dialogue between back and forth between. It was just that playful character kind of thing. It's like, damn, dude, I really enjoy that. It's like lighthearted, not taking things serious. And then when things do get serious, it's like, just playing around, like always lifting the mood kind of thing. And of course you have Cloud, the silent soldier, like saying, shut up, or hold on, or, like stuff like that. But still, you can see that little character development improving with Cloud. And the more she talks to him, the more his responses are kind of changing. Before it used to be like, where's my money, And this probably still is from whatever point I'm at, but the more dialogue she's talking, it like starts changing. It's like, oh, I can't pinpoint an example, but you can see it.
He opens up and gets more like friendly with her.
Exactly. And then so honestly, when we were playing and you were watching that stream, and you said, "Oh yeah, there's a different scene if you have 80% more health by the time you finish."
Oh, on the motorcycle scene. Yeah.
I was like, hold the phone. Phone. How come I was not aware of this? And I was like, wait a minute, I want to see this. And then so I was contemplating. I was like, you know what? I should reset this level. And then you're like, don't do it, Rick. This is the reason why I didn't tell you in the beginning with, because you're going to reset it. I'm like, you're right. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, because Alan was the one that told you that. And that's why I was like, no, don't do it, dude.
Yeah, I was like, I got to do it, man. I just got to do it. I got to reset this. So luckily I saved before it. So earlier today I was playing and I purposely went through that whole bike scene again. I failed the first time, got the second time. But I really enjoyed that little part. It was worth it. Like, you do receive that kiss and you would expect Cloud to be like, what are you doing? Like, oh man, this stop, kind of thing. But he was just quiet with his responses and she was just like, oh, you deserve a reward, but I gave you one anyways. It's just that interaction that I was so appreciating. Like me going through that whole motion. Like, damn, dude, I really enjoy this, and I hope I don't encounter these kind of scenarios later down the line, because I am running blindly into this whole game thinking there's only one trip, and especially when we furthered the mission last night, and Jesse. You get more closer to Jessie, and you have to visit her house, and then you're like she's telling me like, oh yeah, come visit me tomorrow night, and I was thinking nothing of it. I was like, oh, okay. And you have an option to choose. I don't know whether it carries weight, down the line or whatnot, but still, it made me actually think about it. I was like, damn, dude, should I choose this option A or option B? And she's like inviting you to whatever, eat pizza or whatnot. I'm a nice guy, so I choose no promises, because that's the least of the harshness
you could do.
The least I could do, and then you tell me, you're like, oh, see, now you messed up because you have a date with Tifa. And I was like, oh my fucking god, you're right. Aren't they supposed to happen on the same day or something like that?
Yep. You're supposed to wear matching like outfits with Tifa.
Outfits. Yeah, exactly. And then I was like thinking, I fucked up, dude. I literally contemplating on going all the way back to chapter 3 before the bike scene again, redoing everything above 80%, but still like shutting her down when I go back to the house. And I was like,
faithful to Tifa.
Yeah, and I was like, shit, man. Rick, once you make a decision, you always go all the way. That's my motto in life. So. I continued off of that, and then I think the next thing that happened was like I wake up and everybody's attacked by the ghost or whatnot, and I'm like, oh, thank God we have a distraction. Please, everyone, forget the dinner date, whatever. like, please forget about that pizza. You're injured, and so I don't know. It's still day. I don't know if we're gonna have dinner or not, but
dude,
still, like, yep.
What's funny too is last night, I never paid attention to this, right? But I think it just got me. I was so invested because of where your heart was being pulled between those two.
Oh yeah.
After Jessie got injured and Cloud picked her up to bring her into the bar, and we saw Tifa's face was all angry, dude. I never noticed that before.
I saw it like her eyebrow furled. I was like, oh wow. It's just these small details, like you can see it, I'm like, damn, dude, I am really loving it. And
yeah, man.
especially when she invites you to her room to fix the filter, and I'm like, can we just stay here? You know, I'll wear whatever you want me to wear, kind of like. And you know, Cloud remembers the promise he made to her all whatever long ago.
Oh, those are my favorite scenes, dude. Like the flashbacks that Cloud has.
Dude, those are the best, man. That's what I was like, man. I seriously, after I'm done beating this, I think I might just start replaying the original Final Fantasy VII, because I know I'm gonna have like a big void until the next thing comes out.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
Still, like, I was taking a lot of screenshots. I was like, oh my god, dude, it's just so great to see this character alive, running, and have personality. And I was thinking, whoever designed Tifa and Jessie, for now, from what I'm seeing, have did a superb, excellent job, you know, at their character development. It's like, I was thinking, oh yeah, I'm not gonna have anyone else but Tifa, but then it's like, damn, dude, you're making this a little tricky for me, you know? Like,
and then that's what I was gonna say. You haven't even met Aerith yet, dude.
Exactly. And then that's where it's gonna start pulling, but then my alliance already lies with Tifa.
Same.
And it's like it's gonna be like that for until, you know, then Jessie just tugged on that one heartstring that was vulnerable. I know Aerith is gonna do the same. But then I'm like, I'm a faithful guy. I'm gonna have that promise.
That's too funny. Yeah, man. In my head, I feel like Tifa and Cloud ultimately get together, dude. I hope so, man. I hope it's not like fuck, what was I watching recently? It's like an anime too. Where I hope it's not like Attack on Titan, where Eren never gets with Mikasa, dude.
Dude, yeah,
I hope it's not like that.
One of the main reasons I was like reading that manga was just, I was like hoping those two get together and, you know, find out the whole secret of why is this all happening, what happened to the dad, and it was just those two drives. And then when you told me, oh yeah, they're not getting, I was like, dude, why, Eren?
so it's almost done, right? I think the whole manga is almost done. There's only maybe 5 or 6 chapters left. They're really not getting together, dude. Shit. It's gonna be fucking horrible, man. So if you're looking forward to that relationship happening, nope, just write it in your fan fiction. Just keep it there, close to your heart.
I'ma ship it. Yep.
But yeah, I'm glad you're having such a good time, and I'm glad that you got that impression from it too. That the guys that wrote, created, the actors that are acting for them, they really interpreted what we all had in our heads back when we were playing. Because back when we were playing it, a lot of stuff that we did in Final Fantasy VII when we were kids was up to our imagination.
Yeah,
you know? There was a lot where a character was just doing a motion on the screen, but it's like all pixelated and small, not up close. So, you know, we're just saying, oh, I think he's dancing right there, or oh, that's what he's doing, squats. Oh, okay, that's cool. And then you're playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a lot more realistic. You could turn the camera, things are much closer. You can scrutinize everything. They put all those details that you imagined in your head, and you could see it now, you know? And they did it in such a perfect way that it's like, man, yeah, they really cared. That's why I think when I said earlier that, oh, okay, it's kind of good that they messed up with 15 just so they realize, shit, we got to be for real on this. You know, we got to take this super seriously with 7 Remake.
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome that your experience has been like that so far. You've been able to see that stuff. So, oh man, there's so many more parts in this game, dude, that I can't wait for you to get to. I can't wait for you to meet Aerith. I can't wait for you to see all the other characters that pop up, dude.
Dude, yeah, I know. Man. Like, I'm loving Cloud's character, and you know that silent soldier. And,
yep.
You know, we were talking with Alan last night, and we were like saying, yeah, those figures are going for what, $700 or whatever. Shit, and I'm like thinking, dude, yeah, should I sell my character? You know, like that's a lot of money.
That is.
And you know, you brought in Reason. I was like, no, this is our childhood, you know, thing, and you know, I do see a lot of people's collections, their toy collections, even though whether it's big or small, they always have something that is crazy priced, you know. And I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be my crazy price.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But my last concern is just, fuck, man. I went from chapter 2 to chapter 6 in a day, and I'm like, I don't know how many fucking chapters there are, but still, like, 6 is a big number in my mind. And what happened at 453? You know, like, shoot. I hope we go a little bit slower, so that's why I'm gonna take my time looking at everything again and just.
There are chapters that are a lot longer than others. It's I can say it's kind of comparable to 15, where one chapter is like a conversation, and then other chapters are like this whole fucking big part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, no, you got plenty of time, dude. I think not too long ago, I don't know if Danny's finished the game yet, but Danny asked me. He was like, "Oh man, I think I'm about to finish this game. How many hours do I have left?" And he told me where he was at. And I was like, "Oh, dude, you got like at least 8 more hours to go." You know? So
Yeah.
no, the game, you don't have to be scared, dude. The game has a lot to do, and it'll take a lot of time for you to do it.
Oh yeah.
Especially knowing you were really assessing every enemy that you were fighting, dude. Like,
Yep.
Like, I think I stopped doing that after I left the slums. I was like, all right, dude, I don't really care anymore.
I know, it's like I don't need to do that, but it's like I think I want to fill out that checkbook or whatever my database and.
No, that is good because that guy gives you some unique materia, and that's another thing I can't wait for you to start doing too. Is like leveling up your weapons. And looking at the different builds you can do with different materia, because that's when the game gets really, really fun, is when you start setting up. It's kind of like in the first Final Fantasy VII, where you set up fire all, or you set up, you know, last attack or final attack, Phoenix, so you can never die, you know, or element, fire, so all your attacks are fire. You can absorb all fire damage. Like, when you start doing that, oh man, the game just fucking opens up super big, man. So,
dude,
I can't wait for you. That's why I was asking yesterday if you had blue materia, because blue materia changes the whole shit, dude. Like, you start doing everything with that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because you like told me like, why do you have so many points and you haven't even used the points to your weapons
dude,
yet?
your weapons still had one like, materia slot.
What? You were right.
Yeah, I remember you were looking at your materia and you only had 2 slots. I was like, why does your weapon only have 1 materia slot? You even had Cloud's second weapon, I think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you open up your weapon upgrade tree, you have like 30 points. I was like, wait, what?
I was like, points. Oh, I thought it was automatic. But yeah, good thing you told me, because, you know, I was like adding in all the extra materia that I couldn't use before. And then you told me that I couldn't stack it. You have to level them. And I was like, oh, thank God, because I was buying multiple of one. You know, I was wasting my money just buying one. So, yeah, I'm loving the game. I already pre-ordered the Play Arts Kai of each character. And
see, I didn't even know when Alan was looking at it yesterday. I didn't even know they came out with Rude and Reno, man.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that either.
Dude. I might have to get them. The Turks.
I was like, see, they don't announce these things. They secretly
just put it out.
Put it out there, and they're like, it's on pre-order. I think I stumbled across somebody's post to find out. Oh yeah, they're having Tifa and Aerith and Sephiroth. I was like, what? Why didn't I? You know, I signed up for like emails from Square and all that, and I get nothing. So, yep. I think it's because I've been off of Twitter too, because I've been on TikTok.
Spoilers. Oh, okay, yeah, that's it.
Twitter is filled with my gaming news, and I think I've been out of the loop.
Low key, Roach is a great character too, man. The guy that you just fought.
Oh yeah,
I actually like him a lot, dude.
Yeah,
it's funny because, you know, I think that was something that a lot of people complained about, you know, when the trailers were getting shown, like, oh, who's that? He's not in the original game. Oh, this isn't my Final Fantasy. You know what I mean? And then when you actually play the game, it's like, oh man, this guy's cool.
Yeah, he just saves the day. He like saved us or knocked over those robots. I was like, damn, whose side are you on? You're like killing your people and at the same time fighting me. I'm like, all right, well, let's do this, guy.
That's my favorite part though, is he challenges you to a one-on-one fight after saving you from those robots. And right before you fight, he heals you like all the 999 health and 999 MP.
Yep,
the greatest, dude. He just wants to make sure you're in tip-top performance to face him. But yeah, man. Hopefully, you don't have to be scared about finishing it for too long, because I think, at least reports are that Squaresoft is gonna have some kind of Square Enix is gonna have some kind of direct either the end of this month or next month, man. So I'm praying.
Oh, I'm
praying they have something about Final Fantasy 2.
Just tell me. Just say, hey, there's announcement of 2, and then I'm gonna wait off, and I'm gonna savor it, beat the game first, and then I'm gonna watch that trailer because I am just enjoying this game to the max, dude. Yeah. Like, the entire time I am smiling, and I look like a creeper, just taking all these pictures, like smiling the entire time. I'm like, man, my face hurts.
My instincts though are telling me it's not gonna happen, but my dreams are telling me yes, dude. Because realistically, Final Fantasy VII Remake came out 3 months ago, dude. If you really think about it, it came out April 2020, right?
3 months ago?
Dude, 3 months ago. Just. It came out April 10th.
Fuck, yeah. So, I don't think they're going to announce anything.
Yeah.
They probably would say maybe it's in the works, but other than that, yeah, I don't think we're going to see any trailers. Or
if they have a trailer, even if it's a teaser, just like when they first announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, if it's just like a cinematic trailer, I will be so happy, dude. Oh man, the entire Corona will be worth it, dude.
Dude, I might have to order the premium edition again or something.
Shit, dude. When it's all said and done, you spent $1,200 on a video game, dude. Crazy, crazy.
I have never smiled this long in an entire video game.
It's perfect for right now too, right? Because the real world is so shitty that like it's a good escape. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, but yeah, man. No, I'm excited. This has been a good time for Final Fantasy, man. But yeah. Damn, dude. I wish I could erase my memory and play it again. But yeah, man. It's coming up this week. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima comes out this week. So you'll probably be hearing a lot about that next week. You're probably gonna put your Final Fantasy VII on pause for it, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to in order to play with you guys because I don't want you guys to get ahead.
So you got the special edition, right? And it has bonus armor
deluxe
and stuff. Okay.
Yeah, bonus armor. You get a gold mask. And you get it looks like a sword I can download too as well, but and a horse thing. So it was like $10 extra, but you kind of get like the extra stuff. At first I was like, do I need all that stuff? But then when I looked at it, I was like, oh hell yeah, I want to be a hero, have a hero armor, and with the gold mask, it's like yeah. And plus, we've been looking forward to this game.
Yeah. I'm ready to be samurai. Like, not so much fighting demons samurai, but a samurai. So it should be good.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you this clip when we're done with this, dude, of us playing Neo. It's fucking great, man. Of us being ninjas and samurais and stuff. But yeah, so that's what you'll probably be hearing from us next week. Anything else crazy happen this week for you, man?
But we've been playing Pokemon. Pokemon Go has. I don't know if you've been playing, but there's Team Rocket events.
Oh, the blimps.
They're like in blimps in the sky, and they like roll around.
I'm sorry, hot air
randomly.
Balloons.
Yeah. Did you fight Jesse and James yet?
Yeah, they look weird, dude. I don't like them. They look too weird to me.
The only thing that was made me happy was they said their little motto.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's more Pokemon to release. Pokemon Go Fest is coming up July something, 20 something.
Mm-hmm.
I did I did buy that ticket because I wanted to at least try it, just to see whatever it is, and then if I can catch multiple of that Pokemon, we could definitely trade. That way you don't have to do buy it too. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
What else? Yeah, I think I've just been hunting every so often and go, but yeah, I'm never getting my Switch back, so I don't know when I'm gonna play Sword and Shield. Yeah, man, I think that's it for us this week. Everybody stay safe out there. Stay corona free. Wear your masks. Stay cool. I think it's cooling down a little bit. Not that you would notice, Rick, but we can be thankful for that. Yeah. And yeah, see you guys next week. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
I don't have any words of wisdom, but I did have that everyone who has a VR, you guys gotta check out VR Camera Joe.
We'll see you next week. Peace.